Oh, right. Howdy, Red Faction. So, today I'm doing something a little different, um, for this, video. Um, I'm gonna briefly go over the twid from this last Thursday that I missed. And then we're gonna kind of talk about, um, some things that are going on. In terms of the channel and some other things. So, just let me get some of this kind of, set up and ready. While I kind of go through this, because there's a couple things I do want to talk about. When talking about the twid, the big thing, we got some stuff for PvP. Lobby balancing, quitter system, sandbox updates, threaded specter, and storm grenades being the big one. In map weighing, trial stuff, competitive, Iron Banner. Um, Dead Cliffs is the only map not in control. They're saying they're reducing the weight for Disjunction, Cathedral Dust, Convergence, Twilight Gap, and Exodus Blue. Um, Jav 4, Burnout, Endless Veil, Sarah's Plaza, Dissonance, and Eventide Ruins are being thrown in there. Jav 4, everyone wants it because it's one of the best PvP maps. Burnout, kind of the same thing. It's more Jav 4, but more close range. Endless Veil, I mean, I see it. I mean, Sarah's Plaza, Dissonance, Eventide Ruins, because these are the three new maps. Reduced Disjunction, people don't like it. They just don't like the map. This map is way too freaking big. That's the problem with big maps. They're huge. Like Dissonance works well because, yeah, it's kind of a bigger map, but it's not like, oh my god, big. Convergence. All right then. Twilight Gap. I just don't like how Twilight map plays. It's a scout and shoddy heavy map, which is eh. Exodus Blue. Okay. Dead Cliffs, because they're reworking spawn and zone locations. Other maps will have standard weighting. Um, this is going to be coming in the next update too. With the spawning zones, they want to remove backfield spawns from Citadel, Cathedral, Disjunction, Convergence for non-rift modes, which will allow the map to play smaller than before. You also get more rewards, Glimmer, Enhancement Course, Crucible Engrams, and they also create a double rewards booster for PvP. Because you didn't need a reason to play PvP enough as it is. They're going to be working on the lobby balancing, and a variant of Snake Draft. Okay. So that we handle fire teams better. We'll be rolling out. Looks promising, but they're not done dealing with the no penalty. Okay. I mean, I feel like a lot of times the issue that we have with lobby balancing is when certain weapons overperform and people start using them and it gives them like a lift and everything, and then when you bring other weapons down, it kind of tanks other people's stuff that are like very accustomed to using it. Quitters, this is the big one, because it kind of throws lobby balancing out the window. um, Control and Iron Banner quitters happen a lot, but trials and competitive it can happen as well. They say to find easier matches. Yeah, it's these people that are the reason that gives some content creators a bad name when they say that they're kind of in a bad state. Well, you just want easy matches. No, most of those content creators play every single match that they do. But it's these players that want to have easy matches to make themselves be like, well, I have this. That's my opinion. I'm not a high skill player, so. There are a number of players who are habitual quitters, leaving more than 30% of the game. So they see you, they know who you are. And they want to, they deal with people that deal with error codes or need to leave the game for a valid reason. If you play a long string of games without quitting, the game will place you in a good standing and be lenient if you occasionally get disconnected or must leave the game. However, if you quit repeatedly, you will be placed on a status, and if you continue to leave games, it will result in escalating timeouts from Crucible for every match left. For normal players, this should result in less frustrating issues of being booted from a match, getting timed out, but high volume quitters will find the system a little less forgiving. I mean, it's kind of about time we have this, because you see it happen a lot. This reduce the aim assist strength on Threaded Spectre versus players, and then a short delay before the aim assist takes effect, and decrease the damage on the detonation. Ooh, that's good. Some grenade reduces the distance that the subjuice projectiles will travel once they begin tracking. Yeah, because that's weird. Because they'll start tracking you and just like it follows you. It follows you until it hits you. So if you happen to be one, you have this one little one chasing you. You just keep running. Eventually, just gets to goes. Hey, look. Of course, they put snipers down. The meter, they only got 18% because it was just harder for snipers to get those kills. And then when they did one, it actually improved it. And then the crates gave it a 28%, and then the blended gave it a 24%. You don't see many grenade and fusion rifles all that much. I think in terms of sniper, this is good, but everyone's just running shotguns. That's the thing. Shotguns are an easily secured kill, and you can use a primary. I mean, okay. Stuff for passages. Wealth rewards extra rank on every win. The amount award increases to your major rank. Losses following win will remove the win from the player's card. Consecutive losses do not remove additional wins. Gaining to 7 wins grants a drop of the weekly regardless of how many losses the player has. If a player has not been flawless for the week, losses after 3 wins will reset them back to 3 wins instead of flaw in the card. Reverts to the old behavior of granting a bonus win for the 3rd win once the player goes flawless. Okay. Player who hasn't been flawless for the week, 2 losses can be forgiven. Reverts to its old behavior of forgiving a single loss once a player goes flawless. Any win has a 50% chance of dropping the non-adept weekly weapon. If you go flawless and you're playing on a 7-win card, you have a 50% chance to drop the adept version of it on wins. When playing as a trio, game completions does not have to be a win. You get a 50% chance of the non-weekly adept weapon and a 50% chance of that and bonus reputation. You now get rewards including Trials Armor, Enhancement Cores, Trials Weapons, and Enhancement Prisms based on how many wins you got before your card became flawed. The above changes will help make a healthier state for the game mode, in particular with the changes to passes and persistence. Combined with trios, you'll see a notable increased percentage of trios games played by 30%. finding a small influx for more casual players. Still, we believe there is room for improvement, and we want more strongly to encourage playing with friends. When you play as a trio, so that losses will no longer remove wins, this means when you play a Trials match as a full fire team on the passes of persistence, you only need to get 7 wins total, and you will receive the weekly adept weapon. Quitting a match will result in having a win subtracted. You must complete the match for it to forgive the loss. So, if you don't care about going flawless, and you just care about playing with your friends and winning, this is for you, especially if you're a trio. Like me, I don't care about going flawless. Sometimes I just want the damn weapon. So give me that. That's good. I like that. Competitive. Move to rank-based matchmaking. Increased matchmaking times at higher ranks, especially during off-peak hours or in the low population regions. There are less available players. We're monitoring this. Will no longer lose extra points on losses if your skill is lower than your rank. If your skill is higher than your rank, you still get bonus points and reduced penalties and losses. It's Clash and Collision instead of wasn't it? Or was it? It was Elimination and Collision. Yeah. Okay. Now get Ascendant. New tiers of weeklies and post game. Okay. The second tier will be Ascendant alloys. The third tier for players who are gold will be Artifice armor. Season added competitive. What? This feels old. Like this whole thing with competitive. Granted an increased chance to drop an exotic catalyst. I mean, okay. Iron Banner, don't care. I mean, don't really care. This is the big thing. So, getting the exotic class item will be tied to overthrows now. Okay, cool. Reduces the unrelated pale chart chest and free room to encourage overthrow. Yeah, you could just make it a thing. Like, realistically, like once you use all the charges of like your ergo sum, you can start getting these. A weekly challenge to grant an additional exotic item. Yeah, that's a pain in the butt. Brave Arsenal attunement's back. I mean, the Brave Arsenal God roll. There you go. Art stuff. And a bunch of other stuff. Okay, so when Zer's at the tower, you have until August 27th. Okay. One-time bundle for each account will be available until this. You must have 32 strange coins or less to acquire this bundle. Uh-huh. Alright then. Uh-huh. Right. And other stuff. Okay. Well, now let us talk about no, I just wanted to have that pause. Oh. So that's enough of the twid. Let's go into the other thing that we're going to be talking about. So, if you've been noticing on my Twitter, I've been kind of distancing myself from heavy Destiny 2 content when it comes to the streams. There's kind of a reason for that. I've been burnt out over the last couple, well, last couple, hold on, I gotta fix this. Hold on, let me fix my model. Because it's not being how I want it. There we go. Sorry, I wasn't looking forward like I wanted to. So I've been playing a lot more. We got Marvel's Rivals. I mean, we did some Juno Watch. And this Sunday we're going to be doing some good old-fashioned ZZZ. Might play a little bit of Marvel's Rivals too. But after the first, full day of doing it, my eyes really hurt from it, and I've had like a headache for the last couple days. But with us doing ZZZ on Sunday, I don't know if I'll jump into trials. Kind of depends on what the weapon's going to be. If the weapon's not oh my god, let's do it, I will probably play ZZZ and Marvel's Rivals. But the other thing I want to talk about is, you may have saw my tweet about Marvel's Rivals. Okay? I think Marvel's Rivals is going to be a very good, honest to goodness push to the hero-based shooter genre. Now, the reason I say that is because, well, one, the tanks feel like tanks, the supports feel like they're actually doing something, and the duelists have to really focus in and work with their team. That's always been my biggest issue with DPS in any kind of genre of a game mode, especially like a hero shooter, is they see the term damage and go, I can fight everyone. Yeah. And also trying to learn how to because I was normally a support player. You know what I mean? I'm freaking Lucio main. Still my bread and butter. Still absolutely enjoy the character and the tech and everything. But in terms of Overwatch, I don't like where it's at. And it's like when Juno was here, it was like, yeah, dude, this is so much fun. Like, this is cool. You know, I feel like I'm actually doing something. So hopefully, when Juno launches in the end of August, they hopefully bring 6v6 back, because that would be really great. Because honestly, Overwatch 2 being this 5v5 game mode, I mean, you gotta remember, you were the original. That's the thing. A majority of PvP games, because you are a PvP game, you've basically said it because you got rid of your PvE. You have to focus on what a majority of the player base wants and needs you to have. I'm sorry, but there are very few games where they are successful when I can only have 4 other people on my team. No. Call of Duty, 6v6. A core of Call of Duty, through the entire time of Call of Duty, except for like zombies, is 6v6. Hell, even Warzone could have 4 people. Not 5, 4. In your PvE, you even like 4 people. So why did you make a whole brand new game with a whole random frickin' thing just to force that one person that would have played a different role that your casuals don't like? I'm sorry, it's a hero shooter. If you want to be a casual, go fucking play COD. That is it. I'm sorry. If you are a casual in a game that's a hero shooter, that's a team hero shooter, and the only thing you care about is getting your sick YY nasty no scopes with Widowmaker, which, I mean, you can only like fucking go crouch with it. You can't even do a full YY. Go to COD. And it's like, I hear people talk about the whole DPS thing. I'm like, okay, I'm sorry that people finally realized that DPS wasn't all it's cracked up to be. So what do you hurt instead? The tank? Oh, I'm sorry. You mean the 2 characters that have to put their body out on a limb for you? And the supports that have to keep them alive along with you alive when you're trying to do your sick montages? Yeah, no, sorry. Not happening. Not one bit. So, when Overwatch comes back and you see the playtests for 6v6, please support 6v6. 6v6 has always been this game's bread and butter. And now with these other hero shooters coming out, Marvel's Rivals, Concord, you're going to see people really like the concept of 6v6 in a hero shooter. Heck, other games like High Res's, they're 6v6. Hell, Destiny, a majority of the time, unless you're in a strike or Gambit or a dungeon, it's 6s. Raids, 6s. PvP, 6s. Heck, comp and trials is 3v3. It is. Contrary to your belief. It really is. So, let the game mode that you created that got you a lot of success be used in 6v6, not 5v5, which should have just been like, okay, we're gonna test this. Well, people really liked it. Yeah, you know the people that really liked it? The people that just wanted to use the new heroes that you decided to completely retcon the first game. That 2 at the end of it is actually just 0.2 because you updated it a little bit. Well, the graphics are cleaner. It's like, oh, okay, cool. Well, we added new tanks. Okay. You were adding new tanks to the other games as well. So, just give us 6v6. Because see, now what happens is you have your content creators who just want to play with all their friends who can't, because it's like, well, who gets the... It's like Russian roulette. Who gets the tank? Who gets the DPS? Who's the support? Instead of just being like, hey, maybe this day we'll just play this role, or this day we'll play this role. You can't build craft into some of your best players because, well, this map is really good for so and so. Oh, I have to play this character, but I'm on DPS. I can't. Ah, crap. Like when you first brought in roll queue, but then you eventually brought back the whole randomness of everything. You very clearly changed a lot of things, but going to 5v5 kind of made it seem that you didn't really understand just what your problem was. It's not your DPS. It's not your supports. It's not your tanks. It's the whiny little fucks that want you to have this game be like Call of Duty. That's what it is. Marvel's Rivals shows you we can have fucking superheroes and villains work together with almost the same kind of gameplay style that you have, and no one's complaining about the DPS, the tank, the support. We enjoy having 6v6. We enjoy having 2-2-2. And yeah, you're not always going to get that, and it sucks, but hey, I'd rather have people realize ahead of time that running 3 DPS isn't really a smart play because our tank can't properly protect it and also do his job. You need a tank to do their job? And that's where 5v5 sucks. So, that being said, hope you guys enjoyed a little bit of the twid read, talking a little bit about some stuff in Destiny, and also a little bit of a rant from me about the hero shooter genre and other stuff. I will be live again on Sunday, July 28th. July 28th is Sunday? Yeah. Sorry, my days are all messed up. Yeah, July 28th, we'll be live at 11 a.m. Central Standard Time, or Central Daylight Time, whatever the frick you want. We're going to play some ZZZ. We might dive into some Marvel's Rivals a little bit, depending on what the Trials weapon is at reset. I'll let you know. Be sure to check my Twitter. I will post if I will do Trials or not. But with that being said, everyone, hope you have a great weekend. I will see you on Sunday. Have a great one, Order. See ya.